the anti-tracker.
We will return to your scheduled programming shortly, or we are currently experiencing technical difficulty.
What is going on, everybody? Michael J. Crawford, the anti-tracker, here with you. And Thomas has regained his title being first. Good to see you, Thomas. Dongo 2002 Gaming and Vlogs, a quick second saying hi. Josh Street is third. Bird of Prey fourth. Miss Anthropony, haven't seen you in a little while, says creepy. I guess talking about the shark. Multi-Gunman says long live Karoga, death to Turtistan. So Multi-Gunman wants to get banned, I see. Thomas shows a $1.99 in the chat. Thank you, Thomas. Says just stopping by at a baseball game, number 15. All right, Thomas. I hope that whatever team you like wins, I guess.
Sir, we are being hailed.
On screen. What is your problem?
I am Lore.
Do you need help?
I have a YouTube channel. My YouTube channel is Lore Reloaded.
Let me guess, their rubber band broke, right?
I make YouTube go.
Yeah, there it is, the classic. Thank you so much, Thomas. I do truly appreciate it. Sorry if I sound a little low energy. You guys know the whole backs thing. I'm not going to go over that all over again. Mike Richards says, greetings from Columbus, Ohio. Good to see you, Mike. Sci-Fi Guy says, sorry to hear that. We were talking a little bit before the show started about the back. But thank you, Sci-Fi Guy. Greetings from Kennewick, Washington, says James Pace. Want to be a photographer. Good to see you, James. Bear Nerd Fun is in the house. Says, hey now, how you doing? Rambling Canuck is in the house. Says, hello, Anti-Tracker and all. Hey, Rambling, how you doing? Says, Jason the Shark, run, swim. Yes, you got to watch out. Jason the Shark. If the shark puts on a hockey mask, you know we're in trouble. And let's see. Bird, did you finally get inside, or did Sassy shot the chair again to make it stop? Wow, I missed it. I didn't catch. Mrs. Antricker caught that you did a chair life. I'm sorry I missed it. But yeah, don't know. Did Sassy do something to your chair? And let's see. Thomas says, hello, Bird of Cheater 5. Yes, that is accurate. And Bear Nerd Fun says, greetings from Olympia, Washington. Well, I got the Northwest well represented tonight. How you doing? Life with Matthew is in the house. Good to see you, Matthew. Says, good evening, Anti-Tricker and all. Bird of Prey is talking to Josh. James says, it's Friday and the sun is out. Sturgeon fishing tomorrow. Hope I get a fish and some drone footage to boot. That would be awesome. And if you do, you should put it on YouTube and get 1 million hits and, be famous and all. So very cool. I hope you catch one too. I've never gone sturgeon fishing. So I don't know what kind of a challenge that is. Chris says, hey, Anti-Tracker in the chat. Hey, Chris, excuse me. Allergies. Sorry about that. Josh says, great, Anti-Tracker sold out and joined the Imperial Navy. No, just monitoring them, that's all. And it's funny because, I'm waiting for Mr. Miles to see this, because got some Stargate action going there for him. And Bird of Prey says, nice setup. Thank you, sir. I'm slowly piecing it together as best I can. And the Ranting Redneck is here, says, everyone, what's going on? Hey, Tracker. Tracker? Wow. Jay Space says, ooh, I approve of the Stargate display. Well, good. The Stargate command. And actually, I think this is from Stargate Atlantis, which I have not yet seen, but it's pretty cool looking. Miss Anthro says, never heard of Turtistan, actually. Well, Turtistan, Miss Anthro, is the free republic that is keeping the evil nation state of Karoga at bay. And it's okay you've not heard of us, but we are constantly keeping the evil from taking over the rest of the world. And Bear Nerd Fun says, haha, and then LOL. Must have missed something there. Turkestan is victorious, and the women, yes, the women, ooh la la. Yeah, well, the Turkestani women are the hottest on the planet. That is true. And And Valor is in the house, says hello and salutations. How you doing? Dude named Clem says Stargate Command, Star Wars, and then Star Trek. Me so confused. I like sci-fi of almost every flavor, dude named Clem. So I just, threw some cool stuff up there. And the background picture with the three Star Destroyers. Yesterday, that was Babylon 5. Tomorrow, who knows? And so I just look for a nice picture to put back there that, I don't know, just seems like a fitting image. And today I'm in an Imperial mood because my back. And let's see. Turtistan, stupid. I got what you meant. And let's see. Thomas says, Antrekker, did you see Bird of Prey was out? Not the closet. We knew that already, but he was speeding down the road. Now I didn't watch it yet. I'm going to probably try to catch it later. Mrs. Antrekker saw just a minute of it, and you know what? And once again, Bird, she thinks you look so much more alive and just happy and stuff when you're in your chair and running around. She thought you looked great. So let's see. Info Lincoln Tech USA ad. Okay. Not sure what you mean there, Thomas Preston. Multi-Gunman says, no more grizzly bear fighting. It's messing up your back. I know, I got to stop. But it's just so fun. I'll be sure to add the server address to my favorites if you have room, of course. Absolutely, yeah. The address for the server for our Space Engineer servers in the description. And I plan on leaving it in the description for at least this month to see if you guys play on it at all, to see if it's worth keeping going. Wesley is still working out the kinks of it, and all praise to Wesley Crusher. If you see him in the chat or whatever, give him some love because he's put a lot of work into getting the Space Engineers thing up and running, and for no real compensation. In fact, he paid for the first month of the server just to see if we could get it going. And so Wesley deserves a lot of credit. And if you guys like Space Engineers, take advantage of our server. If you don't, well then don't, I guess. Bird of Prey says, I was at the carnival today. Lots of funnel cake. Awesome. That's cool. So you actually got out and did something, Bird. That is good. And I absolutely mean that. I'm glad. 21 watching with 13 likes. Well, we're up to 31 watching now. And in fact, let me see. I was working on a little something here. And I don't know if I'll be able to make it work, but I'm going to try.
Hit that like button.
There you go. Mrs. Anti-Trekker says you better hit that like button. If you could hear it, hopefully you could. And let's see. It's storming here in Kentucky. We are, I'm just south of you in Tennessee, and we're under a thunderstorm watch right now, but it's currently not bad. Yesterday, we got some serious storms blowing through. Enter, when I was in grade 5, there was a kid named Jeff Bentley, and for show and tell, he put on his martial arts uniform and his black belt and showed off his karate skills. All the guys were into, and then we'll find out if there's more to that. But yeah, very cool, I guess. Kind of random, but very cool. Enter, you can't use the words like attack or killed in titles. Unfortunately, YouTube bots will demonetize any violent words. I know, and I think, although they did remonetize that video, I honestly think it was probably because I said the word Nazi in the video, which of course is going to make this live stream now be demonetized, because that's just the way they do it. Cloudy and feels like 70. Wow, well, that's not too bad. Well, you learn something new every day. Yes, Miss Anthro. Laughing at your mundane skit. Was laughing at your mundane skit. I'm not 100% sure I follow you there. Since my rugby team qualified for semifinals, give me my quantum! Because rugby is a game for men. NFL sucks. All right, now I got to... yeah, you can make it tough on me, Acid, because since I rearranged everything, I'm not sure which number is quantum. So, might have to do a little trial and error here.
I may have a not clean. Repeat, I do not have a clean. Take the bloody.
Ah, yes. Lore Reloaded, ladies and gentlemen. Lore Reloaded. Turkestan women look like Tessa Thompson, only, they say less cringy stuff. She's hot. I am worried. Tessa Thompson in Turkestan would be like about a 5. Tomorrow, so she's like average looking in Turkestan. Tomorrow we're getting a Saturday stream. I don't know. Do you think I should do a Saturday stream tomorrow, Josh? Are you saying that there's? I mean, maybe if you guys are bribe me, I might do one. Starry stupid phone. No, that's all right. Is Turkestan a monarchy or a republic? Are you king, president? Is Mrs. Aintricker queen, vice president, and first lady? Actually, we're a combination of a democratically elected republic and a monarchy. In that, I am the democratically elected president of Turkestan. However, Mrs. Antichecker is the queen of Turkestan and will rule forever, even if they vote me out. So it's an interesting, unique system. Bird of Prey is smiling. Nightbreeze says hi. Hey, Nightbreeze, good to see you. Vile Mike is also here. Bird of Prey says Mama Prey likes me in the chair better too. Yeah, you just see, I tell you, Bird, I just see a picture of you in that chair. You just look like you're full of life when you're in that chair. And you should try to get out more often. I know it's a pain in the butt for you, but you should. Bird, missed you getting into Carnival. How many Karogan kids did you run over? Oh, I'd love to know how many kids he ran over. That would be... Oh, man. I'm sorry, I missed that. Turkestan is a constitutional republic. Yes, but we're also a monarchy. Stuart Imperial says hello. Space Engineers fun game. It absolutely is, Stuart, and we do have a server that you can join at any time. It does have a limit of 8 people. However, I will tell you that if it becomes where it's always crowded, we'll expand it out. But right now, we want to. We're just kind of testing the waters to see if you guys are interested. Let's see. He got out and saw him, and we saw him and the sister. Oh, cool. Valor says, Galaxy Class Riker version versus Star Destroyer, no fighters, who would win? Oh, Galaxy Class in a heartbeat. And by the way, regardless of whether or not they have the fighters, I've made a couple of videos on that. I'm going to redo it here in the not too distant future, but there is absolutely no way that a Star Destroyer could take on even the old Connie from the original series. And you can use real numbers to demonstrate that. I mean, basically, all you have to do is look at the weapons range, and you realize there's no contest. I went into Space Engineer's server earlier today, ended up on the USS Anti-Trekker. It took me forever to figure out where I was. Didn't realize on a ship until I found the bridge. Yeah, I know that Wesley was working on getting the Anti-Trekker into the game. John DeMarco says, hello, how you doing? Stuart says, my God, for some reason. Miss Anthro says, your wife sounds... Yes, she does. Knox County, Tennessee is under severe thunderstorm watch. Yes, and so are we. I'm in Rutherford County, Night Breeze, but yeah, we are under until like 1 a.m. We're under a watch. Miss Antricker's voice made me all tingly. I tell you, every time she says, she doesn't understand what a hot voice she has, because every time she says something to me, I'm like, oh, and she's like, why are you always trying to get on me? It's like your voice. All I heard was Mrs. Anti-Tricker saying ooh and her blowing into the mic. Yes, that's... Oh, man. So, smash the like button, says Bear Nerd Fun. Mundane Matt? But I didn't do a Mundane Matt sketch. So you lost me on that, Bear Nerd Fun. Stuart says, STD is getting a hard time at the moment. I've seen on YouTube and Facebook. Are people actually giving it a hard time on Facebook? I don't pay attention to Facebook anymore because Facebook is just like crap to me. Miss Anthro says, my favorite one. Ah, yes. And Ranting Redneck retracted a message. Sorry I'm so far behind in the chat. All the guys were into Jeff pronounced beat Y, and they... okay, this is continuation of the show and tell. All the guys were into Jeff pronounced beat Y. They were into karate, and some were inspired to do karate as well, but the girls did not care and never do. If I meet God someday, I will ask why. That's a good question. But yeah, well, here's the thing. Girls and boys are different. And I know that's horrible to say, and that's hate speech these days, but it's true. The Ranting Redneck says, they want to call everybody a National Socialist, and yet they do not understand the purpose of the concentration camps in World War II. Well, I get really tired of people trying to use that term when describing political opponents. Whether it's conservatives calling liberals that or liberals calling conservatives that, I'm sorry, that particular group was pure, unadulterated evil. Now, do I agree with what our political parties are doing in the United States today? Heck no. Do I think that they are evil on that level? Heck no. Lore seems fun. He's kind of a Jack Black vibe, except, less punchable. Yeah, he actually is. He's a fun guy to hang out with. Mercer's in the house. Says, "Sup, amigos? How you doing today? Did you all see the new Orville last night?" What are you talking about, Mercer? There was not a new Orville last night. If there was, then holy crap, I'm going to end the stream right now and watch it. Let's see. I think it's because men are the hunters, protectors, and women are supposed to be the nurturers. Agreed, Night Breeze. But that's hate speech to say that. Miss Anthro says, reloaded, Laura reloaded. Yes, I figured. Anti-Trekker. So my mom is diagnosed with cancer and probably I can't pronounce that. And so mates can give some praise. I appreciate it. Absolutely, Acid. Your mom will be in my prayers. I went through a cancer thing a few years back, and I understand how incredibly difficult that can be. I mean, the worst part is finding out if you've taken care of it or not. So fortunately for me, my cancer was able to be surgically removed. But now that I have this enlarged lymph node that I have to worry about, it's like got me paranoid about it, even though it could be nothing. So I need to wait until they do some tests before I get freaked out about them. Night Breeze says, only 13 minutes before I get the notification. YouTube is fast today. Wow. Yeah, don't get me started on that. Laura's so happy at the end. He truly is. That is a look of absolute ecstasy at the end of that. Josh said, Entry, you said you didn't know what the background would be tomorrow. Oh, that's right. I did say that. Well, you caught me there. Maybe I'll have to do a little Saturday live stream. I haven't done one in a while. And it was very cool to see Bird of Prey up and about. I agree. I didn't catch the live stream, unfortunately, but I'm glad he was out. Bird of Prey is saying prayers to Acid Design. Absolutely. No weapons, no powers. Who would win, Spock or Luke? Well, if you mean like a straight up fist fight, Well, if you take away weapons and powers, so I assume you're saying no force powers and no like Vulcan nerve pinches and stuff. But if there's no force powers, it automatically goes to Spock. Spock is like he's a Vulcan. He's like 3 times the strength of a human, and Luke is not a particularly experienced hand-to-hand combat kind of guy. So I don't think that Luke would have a chance against Spock. Unless he had the Force. Speaking of Wesley Crusher, he is here. Good to see you, Wesley. We were talking about you earlier. All good. Right? All good. Am I using the right eye? I don't. And so I'm here. Alexander, good to see you. Neelix says, God, Sonia Gomez was an amazing character with a lot of personality. The Victorian baboon woman of Star Trek canon. Ketchup Doritos are tasty. That's a new one. Birdie 2020, feel the burn. Alexander, just what I thought. You couldn't get any crazier. You get just a little bit crazier. So welcome, my friend. I am glad to see you once again. And I'm sorry if I look a little distracted. I'm actually trying to make a note here. To not forget, I'm gonna let we have a little prayer group at our church, Acid Designs, and with your permission, I'm going to ask them to pray for your mom, and I just wanted to make a note so I didn't forget. Stuart says anti-Trekka. That's like the gangster version, Trekka. When it comes to the Star Fury from Babylon 5 and the TIE Fighter from Star Wars, who would win in a fight? That's a tough one. Honestly, that is a really, really tough one. They are both maneuverable, fast, and relatively lightly protected. So, honestly, it's, it seems like, I mean, just watching B5 and Star Wars, it seems like the TIE Fighter probably has a higher top speed, but the Star Fury is a little bit more maneuverable. We see the Star Fury really turn on a dime. We don't see the TIE Fighters make that kind of a maneuver. So I would probably give it to the Star Fury based on maneuverability, because it's just going to boil down to who gets the kill shot. Because I think that weapons-wise, it's not going to make a bit of difference. One hit, one kill. And so if the Star Fury manages to draw a bead on the TIE Fighter first, bam. TIE Fighter draws a bead on the Star Fury first, bam. But the advantage the Star Fury has is maneuverability, means they can aim quicker. Wesley Crusher says, what did I miss? Again, just talking about you and what a wonderful guy you are. Evening all, Antrigger, any thoughts on my proposal? Now you're going to have to remind me of, because my brain is, I've been so distracted today with all the crap that I've been dealing with. So remind me of the proposal so that I can not sound like a complete idiot, because I'm not going to lie to you and try to say I remember it perfectly when my brain is a blank. Switch to my laptop, but my headphones are not working anymore. That sucks. Nightbreeze says, I am Clinton for my niece's wedding tomorrow. I'm in Clinton for my niece's wedding tomorrow. I thought you're pretending to be Bill Clinton at your niece's wedding. That's kind of weird. If we weren't leaving Sunday, I would try to get over your way. Well, Nightbreeze, I'm sorry you won't be able to, but I hope that you have a great time at your niece's wedding. I truly do. Scientific Lens says, Antrigger, remember to enable DVR when setting up. It's enabled. I know that it doesn't. I don't understand why we're having this problem. Because when I go, in fact, let me see if I can. Yeah, I'll bring up. I'm moving this over to another page so that I can hit the magic button. All right, so here is the actual screen for this live stream right now, and you can see enable DVR is in fact checked. Why it's not working, I have no idea. This has been going on for months now, and I don't know what the problem is. So I'm sorry, Scientific. I have no idea why it's doing it. Wesley Crush, you missed Antrigger pimping out the server you set up. I did, actually, yes. And let's see. Battlestar Vipers versus TIE Fighter, who wins? That is I would say too close to call. Well, it depends on which one. If you're talking about original series Battlestar Vipers, I would say straight up tie. They're both fast. They're both maneuverable. They both have roughly equivalent weapons, and neither have shields. So I think that is a straight up draw between the old school Battlestar Galactica and the TIE Fighters. If you look at the reboot of Battlestar Galactica, I would give it to the TIE Fighters, because the TIE Fighters have energy weapons while the Vipers fire standard bullets. It seems like the tech has been downgraded in the reboot to a point where I don't think that the targeting systems and stuff on the Battlestar ships would be able to keep up. So that's my thoughts on it. Kiss says BSG Vipers for the win. Well, like I said, I think they're pretty equal if you're talking old school. And so let's see. Wesley, are we ever going to get that Kerbal tutorial video? Yes, I know. I got so many things to do, Wesley, and I'm so sorry I haven't gotten that out yet. It has been a very rough couple of weeks, to be honest. Between the pain and all the doctor's visits and now the news with the lymph nodes and stuff, I'm just like a stress ball ready to explode. But yes, eventually I'm going to get that out, Wesley. Prayers for going to your mom and you, Acid. Yes, thank you, Sci-Fi. Ranting Redneck, exactly. Those who shall not be named were vanquished a long time ago. I must have missed something. Mercer says, my thoughts are with you and your family. To Acid, thank you, Mercer. Alexander throws 2 of his fake Canadian dollars, says, Demora Sulu naked right now, drawn right now. Well, funny you should say that. Acid Designs is here. And Alexander, if you want someone to draw Demora Sulu naked, Acid is your guy. I don't even know if Acid's a guy. But you need to talk to Acid about that, because Acid is an incredible artist. Let's see. I think the TIE Fighters would win due to maneuverability. I don't know. I think with Vipers, they're pretty comparable for maneuverability. I do. Gene says, what about a new Orville? I think that was just a joke, because I have not heard anything. Acid says, hey, Tricker, thanks. I got to go. My time to take care of my mother. Cheers, mates. All right, Acid, you take care and try to have as good a night as you can, my friend. Mike Hubler says, Spock, agreed. Starch Wreck is in the house, says, what's up, nerds? How you doing, Starch? Let's see. Benula TV says, sup, nerds? How you doing, my friend? Orville Season 2 jumped the shark. I disagree. I think that Orville Season 2 is good. I don't think it was as good as Season 1. It had potential, especially with the Kalon thing, but then they didn't do anything with it. I wouldn't say jump the shark as much as didn't quite live up to its potential. However, I'm still looking forward to Season 3. Mr. Crusher, take the helm. That's a dangerous thing to say. Mercer creates those $2 into the chat, says, just checking the super chats. I stab at thee. Well, it looks like it's working, Mercer. So, of course, now you can pick a number between 1 and 25 if you want a super chat reward. Don't tell me the name of the video or anything. You got to give me a number 1 through 25. That's the way it works now, because I don't even have the names listed. I just have the numbers. Wesley said, did I miss something? What's with the wink? Oh, nothing, Wesley. Nothing. Captain Cat says, hey, how you doing, Captain Cat? Good to see you, my friend. What's the fuel mileage of an X-Wing? That's a good question. It's funny because, gas is apparently a big problem in the Star Wars universe, especially around the Last Jedi times. By this time, I'm already gone, but thanks for everyone for the support. Gracias. Acid, I'm sorry that, well, of course I'm talking to no one because he's long gone, but you're welcome. Antrekker needs a green bodysuit. He can engage his cloaking device at any time. I actually thought about that. I thought that would be fun sometime to actually sit here in one of those green suits and just to be weird. Captain Cat, I got power back about 10 minutes ago. Well, I'm glad to hear you have power. That would definitely be bad if you didn't. Everybody wants MCU Aunt May naked. Everybody without exception. That is not true, Alexander. I've said I don't want to see MCU Aunt May naked. Look, Marissa Tomei was an attractive enough woman back in the day when she was doing things like My Cousin Vinny. I just don't see that now. When I look at her now, I just think middle-aged lady. She does not look hot to me. Even though in Spider-Man Homecoming, they tried to make it that everybody thought she was super hot. And that was something that actually I didn't like about the movie. Yay, I can leave Super Chats again. That is very good, Mercer. And of course, you still get to choose one if you want. So be sure to give me a number 1 to 25 if you want one. England DG is in the house and just says, eh? How you doing, England? I'm glad to see you, my friend. Despite all the mean things you were saying about me on Discord. If CBS had the goal to gain a new, younger audience, how would you have felt had they refilmed the 1960s scripts with a new cast and modern special effects? That would be an interesting way to do it, to try and remake TOS, but they kind of did that already with the J.J. Abrams reboot, and obviously it flamed out rather quickly. I don't think, and this is the thing, and Star Trek designed by focus group is a horrible idea. If you want to make good Star Trek that's going to pull in an audience, you need to look at the core of Trek. You need to make it about the human experience. You need to make it about an optimistic future of humanity. You need to make it about exploration. And yes, throw in a little bit of action every now and then, but not make it action-centric. You really need to make a character-focused show. They haven't done that. Could a Star Trek fighter be a real threat to a Star Wars capital ship? Well, that's an excellent question, and the answer to that would really depend on ultimately how effective are phasers versus blasters against shields and stuff. However, if phasers on a Star Trek fighter are roughly like if you have a Star Trek fighter and its phasers are the equivalent of a standard phaser bank from a Constitution class or something, then yes, it would rip a Star Destroyer to shreds, mainly because of the weapons range. Keep in mind that we've established as early as in the 1960s, you can look at the episode The Changeling is a perfect example where Nomad, who is only a 1 meter target, was hit from some 80,000 kilometers with relative ease. And Star Wars, it seems that the max range of the weapons is somewhere around 14 kilometers. So it's not even in the same ballpark. It's not even in the same universe. The weapons on Star Trek are so many times more advanced. There's just really no contest. What did Google do to you now? Google's algorithm is effectively trying to hide my channel, and it's kind of pissing me off. I'm not the only person who's noticed this, but yes, ever since their algorithm shift, all of a sudden my view counts go down. They've also been actively unsubscribing people. I ask people, hey, check if you haven't seen a video from me for a couple of days, it's probably because Google unsubscribed you. So check and see if you're still subscribed. It is really, really pissing me off because, Google just, I understand that they're a biased company, but this is not a political channel. So screw them. I'm no respect for Google if they're going to actively discriminate against me because they perceive that I may be more conservative than they want me to be. And that's honestly what's going on. And the thing is, I'm not a Republican. I'm really not. I'm a libertarian. Let's see. Let's see. Depends on the capital ship. That's true too. But I'm talking about when I talk about Star Wars ships, I talk about what we see in the films. I do not talk about Legends, and I don't talk about on the animated shows and stuff because I frankly haven't watched them. We can do TIEs versus Vipers on Space Engineers. That would be. But the thing is, it's not. It's not exactly the same. Sorry to hear about the tornado. Hope you and your family... Oh, to Captain Cat, I didn't hear about that. What happened, Captain? I must have missed it. Did you get... I know you said you got power back, so you didn't have any damage from a tornado, did you? I hope not. Mercer's Super Chat is his caps lock. And Echo Base throws a $1.99. Thank you so much. Did you hear about Shatner unblocking Doomcock? I did. I have mixed feelings on it, to be honest with you. On the one hand, you know, I think it's cool. As far as what the Doomcock's followers did was awesome and wonderful. And, you know, I watched Doomcock's video when he was talking about the whole thing, and he sounded like he was about to burst into tears. And I don't blame him. I would too if you guys did something like that for me. And you guys have done stuff like that for me in the past. So, yes, I understand that. On the flip side, I think I love William Shatner, but it's kind of a dick move to say, sure, I'll unblock you, raise $1,000 for my charity. And that's just, I don't know. That seems like kind of a dick move. Although, like I said, I love Shatner. So, and I know his charity is not a bad thing. It's just that I don't like the idea that to unblock somebody. And really, the honest truth is Shatner probably had no idea why he was blocked in the first place. Andy Jagger, Buck Rogers in a Thunder Fighter versus Starbuck in an original BSG Viper. Well, that's an interesting one as well. I would have to make that one probably a tie as well. Of course, they were produced by the same people. They used the same visual effects. It's like, yeah, it's basically the same thing. Just a different model. And by the way, Echo Base, if you want a super chat reward, just throw in a number 1 through 25. That's the number of super chats that I have available, and you can see some fun-filled thing. Let's see. Viper Mark II can stop and spin around in space. TIE fighters have to loop around. That's true, but the Viper Mark II, if you're talking about from the reboot, they're still just firing bullets, and it seems like their targeting systems are not particularly good. In Star Wars, while obviously the Imperial pilots are nowhere near as good as the Rebellion pilots, we do see that they have like weapons lock and stuff like that, and that it actually works. And so we don't really see that with the Vipers. It seems more like fly-by-wire dogfighting, and so it's Mark 1 eyeball. Starbuck actually used that tactic at least once. Yes, and that's a great tactic, and it makes sense in a sci-fi show that you would do that. But I don't know, based on what we've seen of targeting systems and stuff, I don't know that a Viper would really even be able to hit a TIE fighter. I think Sonia Gomez was the real main character in Star Trek The Next Generation. That's an interesting idea there, Alexander, considering she only appeared in 2 episodes. So that is a weird one. Wesley says, sorry for bringing up the Kerbal video. I know things have been rough for you, and that's not top priority. That's all right, Wesley. You don't have to apologize. I'm just like, it's been a rough go for me. Roxhouse said, proposal, send one of your video files and I'll upload it to my channel. I'll leave it unlisted and see if it gets demonetized just to see the video issue or the channel. Oh, gotcha. Honestly, here's the thing. Hold on. I got an alert. Well, I gotta go. There's actually a tornado warning for my area right now. So unfortunately, I'm gonna have to cut this short. And so if I can, I will do another live stream later, assuming I don't lose power. So unfortunately, I got a bid you guys adieu. Don't mean to cut you off so suddenly, but I will talk to you as soon as I can.